Welcome to Deliciously Motivated Mindset, hosted by Deborah and Moira. This podcast is designed to help listeners unlock their full potential, both personally and professionally, so they can thrive, not just survive. Deborah and Moira explore how natural tendencies don't always serve individuals and provide insights on how to harness existing strengths. Their goal is to equip listeners with the habits, mindset shifts, and strategies needed for lasting, meaningful change. Finding purpose and fulfillment can be challenging, but this podcast offers expert conversations, practical advice, and valuable tools to help align with a true sense of purpose and create a more fulfilling life. So grab a notebook, open your notes app, and get ready to take in some game-changing insights. Let's dive in.
Welcome, dear listeners. Welcome, dear Deb.
Hi.
Here we are with a really good conversation. Well, we haven't even started, and I'm saying it's a really good conversation. Here we are with another one of our deliciously motivated mindset conversations. And the topic today is, when life feels loud, how do you come back to yourself? OMG. I don't know about you, but I think this is an important conversation to have and hold on to. But one of the ways to come back to yourself is how we like to start our conversations, by coming into our bodies, coming into this space. I've already got my hands over my heart. I encourage you to put one hand or both hands over your heart space and just take a really deep, nurturing breath in through your nose, filling your belly, and then long, slow out breath through your mouth. Allowing yourself to really just land here in this space and time. Taking another nice deep breath. And if you're in a seat that you can lean back, I encourage you to just gently lean back. Feel the support at the front of your heart space and the back of your heart space as you breathe in, coming home to yourself, and breathe out. And with this next breath, allow yourself to intend to feel, to connect with my energy, with Deb's energy, and with the energy of everyone else listening to this conversation. In this space and time, nice deep breath, feeling the support beneath you, and breathe out, just leaving any shoulds or conversations or woulda, coulda, shouldas, leaving them off to the side, because we want to start getting into this conversation. So we encourage you to grab your favorite note-taking device, because let's face it, there is a lot of loudness in life. When life feels loud, how do you come back to yourself? How do you come back to yourself when it feels loud, dear Deb?
Well, there's many ways. But I do remind myself that I'm playing the long game. And I think that gives me a breather today and tomorrow and next week if something happens, because we often think we have to sort everything out immediately. Oh, this is happening, I need to fix this right now. It's like, no, this is like even when you're in a relationship with a partner or something and chaos hits, and you're like, how I'm going to lose myself in this process. So it's actually, I don't need to go, what am I going to do about this right now? You do, but you're playing the long game. So you're saying, okay, if this wasn't going on, what would I do differently? Like, and just showing, what would I do differently today and tomorrow, and what's the best? So just play the long game. Your life is a long game. Nothing has to be sorted. Well, it does have to be sorted straight away, but there can be a temporary little stop. Like, I've had a car crash, now I'm not going to address it till next week. Well, that's not what I'm talking about.
No.
That's like playing the long game. But just give yourself permission not to rush an answer would be the thing.
I like
Does that make sense?
It really does.
Yeah.
But the other part that that brought up for me
This is
is
a freaking cool topic, I just have to say, as you go to talk. This is a freaking cool. I don't even know. This
freaking cool.
is cool. It is, because it does. And how do you come back to yourself? Because like it's
So
this can
what?
go on a rampage. Sorry, I'll shut up. I mean, I'll be quiet.
Well, it can be discombobulating. But you know what? What I wanted to bring in right on the heels of what you were saying about playing the long game, I like that. But my tip would be trust. Because to me,
Oh
to
yeah,
come
that's a
back,
given.
yeah, but to come back to myself. So if something comes up and you think, oh my gosh, I have to fix this, and what about this, and what about this? No, I'm in the right
Oh
place at
yeah.
the right time. And trust, I wouldn't be in this state of loudness or discombobulation
Mm,
or turmoil or chaos if I couldn't come through it. And that doesn't mean I have to see all the steps in front of me right now. So to your
yeah.
point about playing the long game, when I trust myself, I can say, what is there for me to take care of or attend to right here, right now? And
Yeah.
trust that the rest of the steps and the unpacking will present itself at the right time. Does
Yeah.
that make sense?
Yep, 100%. And I'm going to add another caveat to that is gather the evidence. Because
Hmm.
when you're going, no, it never works out for me, it never works out for me, and you've got yourself into that discombobulated state.
Mhm.
Do I feel like I'm whispering? I feel like I'm whispering. I feel like I'm
No, I
whispering
can
here.
hear you fine.
Okay, just checking. Thanks, listeners. Yeah. So when you're in that pickle, sometimes you can't think clearly. But if you can gather the evidence, go, oh my gosh, I trusted myself and this worked. Wow. So store that
Mhm.
in your memory bank
Yeah.
or put it in a journal or something so you have a trust journal. Because when you feel broken, shattered, nothing's, everything's against you and you're in that you're in the storm. You ain't in the eye of the storm.
Yeah.
The the evidence is standing in the middle of that eye of that storm when you can go, oh, that's right. This happened with my partner and it worked out. This happened at work and it worked out. This happened in my physical and it worked out. Wow, I forgot about those things. And
Mhm.
so really gather that evidence where you put it into a glitter people in a glitter book or anything. But if you need to do that, or put it into your notes on your phone, because when you're on that chaotic train, you don't see
No.
you don't see you can't see clearly.
You can't see clearly, and you can't necessarily see, oh, all I have to do is this one step, as opposed to I have to figure out the whole murky mess. Because
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking of when you were just saying that, is that an invitation to unpack the story. Like if you're saying, oh my gosh, I'll never get through this. Well, unpack that story and be curious,
Yes. Yeah.
right?
And tell
Because
yourself the truth.
and tell yourself the truth. Absolutely. Yeah. And so maybe all you can do at that point is just, it's okay, I've got this. Hand on your heart, I've got this.
Yeah, hand on your heart's the first. Like, it bring
It,
you back to yourself. That's like that. Play the long game. No, hand on heart.
yes.
Like, hand on heart.
And a deep breath.
Yeah, heart and breathing. Um, well, I actually added to your curious and truth was celebrate because you've got something going on.
Yeah, you've
Um,
talked about that before. I like that. Regardless of how you judge it, good or bad, you've got something
yeah,
to work on. So celebrate.
yeah, because you're no longer stagnant. You've
Yeah.
got something stirring, and everyone has to have drama. It's like the yin and the yang. You've got to have the black and white. You've got to have the the light and the dark, and you've got to have um
It's
drama
contrast.
and no
That's
drama.
contrast,
Yeah,
right? You don't know
yeah,
what calmness is if you don't know what discombobulation is.
yes, yeah, exactly, exactly. So pick your drama, but celebrate you've got something going on because it allows you to do something, allows you to do something, get your juices flowing, and actually yeah, moving. But hand on heart and breathing is just that's one of my I can't believe I hadn't even said that. That's my favorite. Somebody sends a text and I'm like, oh, are you flipping serious? And I can feel myself, I can feel my blood just going from my blood pressure. It goes from balance to are you serious? You're gonna have a heart attack. Like it just goes flop. And I'm like, what? And this
0
is
to
even me
10
using,
in 2
yeah,
seconds.
it doesn't happen that often, but when it does, I'm like, oh, come on. And the first thing I do is literally hand on my heart,
Mhm.
is that. And then I go, okay, now let's look at this. Do I
Yeah.
want to look at this now? Or is this worthy of a response? And it is taking that, taking me back to myself. What do I want? So I guess that's the other one, is what do you want? Because if you don't know what you want, how the heck are you going to get it? You know?
Absolutely. So what do you want? But then also having gratitude for the journey of, sometimes we have to
Mm,
experience the things that we don't prefer, right? We were just talking about the contrast.
yeah.
But then having gratitude of like, oh gosh, I just had this experience and it was pretty awful. I didn't like it. I didn't prefer it. But that's helped me inform the next best choice.
Yeah.
If I don't like this,
Yeah.
then I do like that. And so that means that then helps us navigate choices. And so if life feels loud, what do you need to do to not only come back to yourself, but to come back to what it is you want to create, to experience, to be a part of, right?
Yeah. 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 Just for the record, as I go, yep, yep, and I'm writing down all my I'm actually writing the notes today because you know me. I go, whoops, I forget. Oh, was that
Whoops.
that tip? Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, whoops, I forgot that one. Um, yeah,
What
yeah.
how would you describe to our listeners, what does coming back to yourself mean to you?
Um, taking 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 control of you, like what you are the boss of you. Actually,
Mm,
allowing you to make the decisions, not other people's make decisions. What feels right for you? What lifts you up would be my one, of what coming back to you is, yeah, what feels right for you, but also knowing today may be different to tomorrow.
mhm.
Today might be, bring you back to yourself might be, actually I just want to feel love. Okay, what does
Yeah,
that look like?
yeah,
It's not a set picture, or it's feeling. I guess it's a feeling, isn't it?
yeah,
Going back to yourself is just feeling wholesome, feeling, could be courageous, it could be whatever, but it's coming back to what feels right for you, but knowing that you today could be different to you yesterday.
yeah.
And you are not the same as Deborah's. Not, coming back to yourself today, Deborah's version would be different to Moira's version
Mhm.
right now. So not comparing yourself to other people as well.
So feeling wholesome and not
What?
comparing. For me, I would say it's being authentic. Just allowing yourself to
Oh,
be
of course.
unapologetically, yes, this is how I roll. This is how I do things. I like purple. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like that to me is coming home to myself,
Owning.
owning it and not feeling I have to justify or explain it.
Yeah. No guilt, no shame, no
Yeah.
anything. It's just, yeah, it's owning. It's, yeah, authenticity.
Yep.
But authenticity, not being an a-hole. Oh, this is me. This, yeah, no,
Authenticity doesn't bring in a-hole. That's not
no,
being
no, no,
authentic.
no, no, I know it doesn't. But there's, like, yeah, I was like, no, can't say that name, can't do that story. I said, but you know what I mean? Like, oh well, if you just did this and this will be fine. This is your
Right.
problem type thing. So
Right.
you know what I'm sort of meaning, but
Hmm.
authenticity meaning, yeah, you have compassion for yourself, compassion for others, you're thoughtful for others, you're in a beautiful, it's a love bubble. It's a
Yeah, I
it's a
like
it's a
that.
beautiful love bubble would be, yeah, that's an authenticity.
And
Yeah.
and and understanding that not everybody is going to get you, approve of you, like
Oh
you.
yeah.
It's
Well,
like that's
well,
them.
that's that black and white again.
Yeah.
Not everyone likes you. Yeah.
And that's
And
okay.
you've got to have the equal amount of people who like you as the equal amount of people who don't like you. That's how the universe works.
Back to the contrast.
And when I say you have to, you don't have a choice, people. This
Mhm.
is this is universal laws. You have a
Yeah.
balance of everything all around you. We are often blinded by one side. Like we see
Yeah.
people and we go, oh my God, they're so amazing. They're so kind. They're so generous. And you're like, yeah, they're kind and generous because you're nice to them. But if you become an a-hole to them, they're going to turn on you. You start do stuff. So we all have it in us. You pick on me for my cleanliness. Now, this is just a standard one I usually talk about. I'm clean. Don't get me wrong, I'm clean. But if you say, yeah, like my house, if you say, oh, this is untidy and thing, and I'm like, well, actually I dusted it, even did the skirting, then I'll be like, well, that's your problem, not me. But if you pick on me for my skill in my business, oh my God, I'm not going to be, I'm a whole different person.
Yeah,
You say you're
watch
not good at that.
Watch the loudness then.
Yeah, the cobra will come up. But if you pick on me because my house has dust in it, I'm going to go, yeah, whatever. That's your stuff.
That's your stuff.
And
Yeah.
yeah, but there's things that you pick and choose because it's important to you.
Mhm.
Like cleaning the house is important to me, but it's not as important as making sure I can serve somebody from the heart and give them to an open heart space. Like that's way more important than me dusting the skirtings. So it's what lights you up. But as long as you're sitting in that love bubble
Yep.
for other people and yourself, that's where it is. But you can't run from both sides. What did you call it before?
What? The
Duality. Yeah, the contrast.
Contrast. Yeah.
Contrast. How simple is that word?
I know.
Contrast. Well, that's balance. That's yeah, you've got to. That's it. Yeah.
But
Okay, I've written that
what
down.
you were just describing too, that and I'm going to bring our favorite word, one of our favorite words, curiosity, back into this, because to your point, I know some people are really caught up in how their lawn looks and how straight they park their car in front of their house and everything's clean and orderly outside and inside of their house. That's not the case for me, by the way. But so if somebody wants to,
but can I just say we're not dirty buggers. We're not dirty buggers. Just need to clarify that because I'm not one of those.
But to what you were saying, like what lights me up and it's where is meaning. This is what I'm saying about curiosity. So for me, if I have 12 hours in a day, I'm going to immerse myself in being of service to calm people's nervous system, to soothe anxiety, to help people. Actually, it's really funny. I had a meeting with somebody yesterday. It was a business meeting, and I had caught her. I just needed a quick 15-minute chat with her. And so she comes on Zoom and my first thing is, hey, how are you? And she started to laugh and she says, oh, I so needed to talk to you today, because she was stressed out to the eyeballs and beyond. She had this huge project on the go, and that just sitting with me calmed her farm.
Yeah, calmed her farm, yeah.
Yeah. So why I'm bringing that in is the curiosity in me says, that's me sharing my life's work. That's me showing up as my authentic self. I'm not getting caught up in the shoulds or somebody saying I need to take care of this or take care of that. It's like, no, I'm coming back to myself and just showing up as and who I am, which then allows and gives everybody else around me permission to be that way too, right?
So I think, yes, and if I go to what you said, there's the bubble that's the side of that is, who are your people?
Yeah.
Because people can lift you up, but they can drain you.
Yep.
They can drain you.
Absolutely.
Somebody can say one thing and you can be having an amazing time, and someone can say one sentence to you and you're shattered on the floor.
Yeah.
So find, because that's so important. I mean, you and I talk about inner circle. I don't know if we talk about it actually on our podcast. We talk about the circle.
Yeah.
And I have an inner circle that there's 3 people, apart from family, a couple of family members, but there's 3 people who just sit in that inner circle who can literally know exactly what's going on in my world. They can take one look at me because they know me. Take one look at me and know what it is. But I can tell them anything, and even though I say they don't sit in judgment, they don't sit in judgment, but they go, come on, Deb, do you think this needs to be let go of? So that could be the judgment, the reality check. But my inner circle has 3 people. It has Moira, it has my dear friend, and my partner. Now it also has my mum and my daughter and those sort of things, but they're in a little different category, because if I said certain things to my mum, you know, she may hold on to that. So there's the inner circle. So making sure you have that inner circle is so vital for your growth, your evolution, for your heart to come back to you. It's for all emotions. So I'm doing a plug here for Moira and I, literally, because I'm going to say, put Moira and I in your inner circle.
Definitely.
My world has changed since having Moira in my life. Now, Moira might go in time. Don't think so, because, you know, we're a deliciously motivated mindset.
That's right.
But
And we've been around for a bit.
I know. Yeah, we've been around for a long time. But she's in my inner circle that I trust her. I trust her. And if things wobble, we're so mature that we can communicate with it. But I couldn't function. I couldn't be going through what I've gone through right now, or even the last year or 2 years or anything, without having Moira in my inner circle.
Yeah.
Like it's been so vital for my growth and for my, come on, Deb, it's time, or that energy. So I just really want to emphasize that circle that I have. Put that in place for yourself, people. Find who's in your inner circle. Find those ones who make you laugh, who help you cry, who
Who can
shake you up.
hold space for you.
Yeah. And and even those ones who just go, I'm here.
Yeah.
And don't even try and fix it, because you've got to have those ones as well.
Yep.
And that's that, you know, what do you want me to do? But put Moira and I in that inner circle and look at your inner circle, because how do you come back to yourself? You do it with a tribe. They say, what do they say? It takes a tribe to build a,
It takes a
what is it when
village.
you,
I think
village.
isn't that it takes a village to, actually that's for children, isn't it? It takes a village to raise a child.
It does, but it is. And so that inner circle is my village. That's my village who go that. And so have a good look at your people, because we are here for you. We literally are here for you. We want the best for everyone around. Everyone around. We just want you to come back to yourself and be the best version of what you can be right here,
100%.
right now.
Yep. I totally agree with you. And ditto to that, by the way, because you know that you're part of what's helped me come through some pretty rough
gnarly
experiences. Yeah, gnarly. There's a good word.
Gnarly's a good word.
But you know, sometimes it is. One of my friends, she calls it the hold the bucket conversations. Because sometimes that's all you need, is to be able to just go bleh and let it all blurt out. So you need to have people that you're not going, oh gosh, I can't say that because they're going to judge me, or they'll tell me off, or they'll scold me, or they'll shoot me, or then that's not your people. That can't be your people, right? So this is about having a sacred sounding board. I like to think of it as a sacred sounding board, right?
I love the hold the bucket combo. I love that, because you can see it's just, this is what's happening. And
yeah,
and my head's
but
just,
that comes, you see, once the other part around this too is, you know, many years ago, when back in the Moira hosting in-person events, I do them online now. but I always remember that
that's because Princess doesn't like you leaving home.
That's right. Yep. Princess.
We'll get clear on that. That's actually not anything to do with Moira. It's actually Princess. She's like, no, Princess doesn't like me leaving. So you're all online.
Stay for me. But what I used to say is I would open it up by asking people how they felt, and then I would say, you're not allowed to use the F word. I used to just love saying that because people would discombobulate them, and then I'd laugh at them and I say, I know what F word you were thinking, but I meant fine.
I didn't even think fine. I was like, what F word is she talking about? And I'm like, can't be that. I couldn't even think it was fine. I love that, because what did they say? Future and no, what is it? No, that's no.
Yes,
I'm not saying
it's
that one.
Yes. I know where you were going. But the point why I'm saying this is that, how do you come back to yourself and somebody says to you, how are you? when we say fine, that's so dismissive, because you might be feeling the wobble or the discombobulation, anxious, weary, scared, worried, something. Very few of us are actually fine.
I think society, society tells us, or society, we ask people, you go to the supermarket and they go, well, actually, the lady the other day said to me, "Are you having a great day?" And it was just a completely different opening
I like that.
to,
Yeah.
and it, because usually they go, yeah, usually their words, I can't even think of a word they say now. Like their sentence is literally something, and you just go, fine.
Yeah.
And that's literally it, because they want to break that communication. Or you go into a shop and they try and build that rapport. There's one thing, I go into a shop and they go, "Oh, that's a lovely top you've got on." And I'm like, "Oh, puke. Really? Come on, you don't even, oh, that colour really suits you." And you're like, "Oh, just don't even try and crawl up my, that stuff." But society, we ask people how they are, but often we don't want to hear, actually, this is what just happened today, or this,
Right.
and we're not often, well, I'm prepared for it because that's just my
As am I. Yeah.
yeah,
Tell me the
you
truth.
and I, yeah, that's it, and we can handle that truth. But there's also that discernment and honesty when people go, "How's your day going?" And you don't want to go, "Well, actually, my dog just had this, and my cat just had this, and the car's just had this, and I've just got the tax bill just came in." Like, no one wants to hear that. They literally don't want to hear that your life is poo. They just
But
like
don't you
society.
think that in that kind of situation, it's better to just say, "I'm doing the best I can"?
Yeah. Yes. Oh, 100%. So it's that discernment
Yeah.
to honesty of actually, transparency and discernment. I'm gonna,
Mhm.
oh, you asked, so let me tell you. And then the whole
Yeah,
person's
yeah.
like, "What the heck? I'm never gonna ask that
Everything's
question
effed
again."
up beyond definition. Yeah, no, you're
Yeah,
not necessarily going to do that.
no. So when we ask it is that, think, yeah, I'm surviving today, or I've had better days, but I'm getting through.
Yeah.
It's that, instead of going, "Well, actually, this is what's happened," to the poor checkout ladies, like, what the heck? What the heck?
Yeah.
But I don't go to the supermarket that often, but I do play around with my weird way of seeing, oh, who's going to say what, or who's looking at me today. Like, it's a game. When I go to the supermarket, it's a game. Apparently, I'm like a 10-year-old boy who's got mum's credit card and going on a road trip. So my partner, bless her, has just gone, no. And even if she's just like, "I'll just whip into this," I'm like, I'll whip into the supermarket. I'm literally just driving past, and she's like, "No, I'll drive the 10 minutes to get there," and go, "No, no, Deborah," and it's true. I do. I get so excited in the supermarket because it's a novelty for me. So, but I do talk to people. That's my problem. And I go, "Oh," because I get, it's like a playful thing. But look at those questions that come to you and have that, "I'm doing the best with what I've got."
Yeah.
Or, you can say, "It's been a rough day.
Yeah.
It's been a gnarly day, and I'm here, and I'm thankful for being here," or something, because then you've given something that's truthful. You can't say, "Oh, yeah, it's fine," when it's not fine.
Yeah.
When it's clearly not, because you've got a 50K tax bill, you've got this, and that, just no, it's not fine until you sit down. So have that.
That's again
That
another flavor of authenticity, right? You're not
I was just
papering
thinking,
over.
that's actually coming back to yourself again, isn't it?
Yeah, it
It's,
really is.
yeah. Mm.
And
When I
then
was
of
saying
course
that, I was like, yeah.
there's going to be times where somebody will say to me, "How are you doing?" And I'll say, "Awesome," because I'm having a
Well, you
really
will
good
be.
day.
Oh, yeah. You don't have to go, "I'm having a poo day," because if you're not,
Then you're
you
not.
don't have to say that. No, yeah, you definitely. It's fabulous. Or it's on my list to deal with. I've got a few wobbles going on that's on my list, but at the moment, right here, right now, I'm an 8 out of 10 on life. I'm loving it.
It's funny
You
that you
know.
say that, because that came up quite a few times in conversations I had with people last week. It was like, "Oh, it's a bit of a wobble. I think I'm having a bit of a wobble." And then I'm telling them the truth. I'm having a bit of a wobble, but I don't have to go into details. And
No,
you kind of
wobble's one of
lighten
my
up.
favorite
I
words.
know, I like
I
that
love
one.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, you just got a little wobble going on, and
Yeah.
you can feel it. You literally, when someone goes, "I've got a wobble," your head just goes, "Yep," and your body just, I'm literally shaking now. It's like, "Yep, I know the wobble. I know the wobble. And you don't have to say it's 11 out of 10 crazy. Or you don't have to
No.
say it's a 2 out of 10 crazy wobble. It's just I've got a wobble.
Yep.
Got a wobble going on, and people can go, yeah.
Yep. I hear you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
even I was just thinking that even with that helps calm the loudness down
Well,
because
you're
you're
naming
telling the
it.
truth.
Again, seen, heard,
Acknowledge.
acknowledged it.
Yes.
Seen, heard,
That
acknowledged again. Yeah, it is. Because you're not denying it. 'Cause you can't deny it. If you got a wobble, by the way, sweet cheeks, you got a wobble, people can see it. Sweet cheeks. Full of words today, aren't I?
you are. But yeah, and that's what I'm saying, because if you are having a wobble and somebody says, "How are you feeling?" and you say, "Fine," you're not really coming back to yourself,
Well, you're
because
not honoring.
you're going to have an inner dialogue like, really? Surely not.
Yeah,
You got to deal with
really?
this,
If
and
you
that's
think this
going
is,
wrong, and this is falling apart, and gosh,
I know.
that's a
Oh,
lot of noise inside your head.
yeah, and the universal, your brain's going to go, oh, if this is fine, oh my God, wait till, right, we need to up our ante on her because she thinks this is fine and this is only a 2 out of 10, but it's really a 9 out of 10, or she's saying that. We need to give her a 10 out of 10.
You're listening to Deliciously Motivated Mindset with Deborah and Moira, here to help listeners unlock their full potential so they can thrive, not just survive. They've shared some very powerful insights so far, so it's time to take a moment to breathe, reflect, and jot down any key takeaways. What's one piece of advice that stands out to apply right away? Before wrapping up, Deborah and Moira would love to hear from everyone. Reach out with thoughts, questions, or feedback, and drop your favorite tip from today's episode. They're inspired to see how listeners are putting these insights into practice. Let's dive back in and finish strong.
Yeah, but the truth, I know we mentioned truth somewhere. I think it was around the trust stuff.
Yeah, we
Um,
did.
but telling your truth, whether you like it or not, just acknowledge it. I mean, I
Yeah.
know for myself, I'm 20 years in my business of, well, I mean, I used to do stress resolution prior to that, from all my jobs. I just didn't know what it was. But when I labeled it, I'm 20 years in.
Yep.
And even me, when knocks come, I'm not perfect. Well, I'm perfect, but I'm not like, oh, I can resolve this in 2 seconds and that. No,
Right.
I have to work through it. So I think give yourself some credit. You're human. You're here having a human experience. You know, don't run from it. And I think the other thing is also, when we talk about when life feels loud, how do you come back to yourself? Notice when you actually feel you left yourself. Go back and go, when did I leave myself? Ah, my boyfriend said that. That's right. And that's when I switched off. My boss said that. And that's when I left who I was.
Yeah.
We have these signs, or these warning signs, or whatever, and they're there. They come right from those pink flags, the green flags, and then they change color before they get to that red flag. And there's been an evolution from that. So you have to look at what are the early warning signs that have shown you that you're disconnected from yourself, and bring that beautiful curiosity in and be the jigsaw puzzle and piece them together. But
I
don't
like that.
avoid it. You can't avoid it. Like,
Mm-mm.
man, I've tried to avoid stuff for so long.
Well, then it
just
just
like,
gets louder and louder. Do you know
I
when
know.
you were saying about that, giving yourself credit and then asking yourself, when did you leave yourself? One of the
Mhm.
mantras, I've been using this a lot. Actually, I think this is probably my 2026 mantra, is all in good
Mhm.
time.
Yes, you told
All
me
in
that
good
one.
time.
And
Yeah, isn't that a
that's
good? I love that one.
yeah, yeah,
Because that one, to me, that really helps me come back to myself. Because
yeah,
if I'm saying all in good time, then I don't have to fix everything, figure everything out, know everything, see everything, because everything's transpiring and evolving and taking place in good time, all in good time.
yeah,
And the right things are going to fall into place, and the things that aren't aligned are going to fall away,
yeah.
all in good time. But the other thing that I was thinking of when you were talking about the early warning signs and the pink flags, I've kind of attached that to a PEMS check-in, checking in with your
Oh,
physical, emotional, mental, and
how have we not
spiritual.
talked about this? earlier.
But isn't that such a beautiful way to really get in touch with those early warning signs?
Mm,
You know, if
yeah.
when you check in, you might check in with your physical and, oh gosh, I've got a headache. Good.
Mm.
So is that, what is that informing you? Or maybe I'm shallow breathing. Oh, that's maybe because I'm not allowing myself to just feel my feelings. Or
Or my
maybe
blood
I'm,
pressure's high,
yeah,
just for the
yeah,
record. I went to the
exactly.
doctor recently. My blood pressure was skyrocketing. He goes, "This." Well, it was when I was going into hospital, and they said, "This is a heart attack, Material." I'm like, and I went, hashtag state the obvious. Like I'm in hospital, had an
Like,
ambulance. It's
hello.
2 o'clock in the morning. Of course, my blood, like, duh. But you're right. When you can see that stuff, check in with your PIMS. I love that
Yeah.
because it's like, oh, well, that makes sense.
Yep. And
Oh,
then this is a beautiful way to come back to yourself, isn't it? Because
yeah, yeah,
that makes sense, and I'm not going to stress about it. Or maybe I'm just going to put my hand on my heart and say all in good time, and take a few deep breaths, calm my nervous system,
yeah,
right? Feel your
yeah. And
feelings.
so the tips we're giving don't have to be, oh, I need to go sit down for an hour and I need to reflect on this. You can still clean your house. I love the way I go clean your house. You can still clean your house and think about it in your mind.
Yeah,
Like you can still function while thinking about this. You don't have to go and, oh, I don't know when I'm going to find an hour to myself to sit down and do this. If you're in the car, think about when you're driving.
hmm,
So where did this come from? Where is my PEMS? Just checking in. It could be just, when you pull out of your drive, go check in with my PEMS to how I'm going to be today. Like
yeah,
it could be a ritual that you put, whatever that is. But I think all the things that we've looked at here, you've got to, trust is a massive one, but you really got to tell yourself the truth.
yeah.
Because if you're going to come back to yourself, you want to come back to you, not not the you version that Deborah says you are, the you version that Moira's making you be, or what, like any of those things.
Somebody
You,
else's agenda,
yeah,
or
yes,
even
that's
an
it, that's it.
agreement that you've made with, oh, people like me should be like that. That
Well,
that can
people said to
sometimes,
me, someone said to me, when was the last time you cried? And I said, oh, 3 weeks ago. And they went, what? You cried? What happened? Did you hurt yourself? And I said, no, I was emotionally shattered. And I just went, I can't do this anymore. And I literally just cried and cried and cried. And then I went, okay, rightio, let's get on with it. And it was like that. But so they went, you cried? You cried because you were emotionally shattered? And I was like, yeah, yeah.
it's one of the
I,
best ways to release.
I know. And I was so shocked that someone thought I don't cry. And you and
Mm,
you and I have talked about it. Crying just releases so much. And you even see, go out in the wind,
yeah,
because if you're determined not to cry, I'm not going to cry. Go out in the wind, you cry,
you cry.
you cry, and you to cry, but you've got to cry to let it all out, because if not, that's a that's a that's a bomb. That's a
Well, it's the
bomb sitting
pressure
inside
cooker
you.
building. That's what we've talked
Yes.
about that before. It's the pressure cooker building, and you do yourself such a beautiful gift when you
Mm,
release, right?
yeah.
That's why I was saying about feeling your feelings. Well, if and I did go through a phase where I knew I needed to cry, but it wasn't like I could, you can't just turn it on and turn it off.
No.
So
No.
yeah, so
Yeah, you can't
that's
turn it
actually,
on and you can't turn it off. Can we just let
yeah,
you,
yeah,
that,
yeah.
like, that's very valid. You can't go, okay, right, I'm going to sit down now. I'm going to cry now.
Okay, I
No,
book the time in. Okay, it's 5:30. Start.
I think I can cry now because I've got 20 minutes. And you can't go, I'm crying, I need to stop. No,
No, no.
no. You just can't stop and start no matter what no, no.
Nope.
But we were talking about this earlier. I've got two people I know and they go to the cemetery.
Mm,
And what I love about that is they go to the cemetery and they cry and they let it out,
it's
because no one talks
perfect.
to them.
Nope.
I just love that idea.
Nobody
I'm like,
interrupts them.
no one talks to them. They look at them and they look the other way, or they don't even look at them. Like they're literally like, and I love that. So go visit your local cemetery. And you don't have to walk around and look at all the, don't just go to
Oh,
there in your
no, you
car and
don't
just
need to do it
park
that
up
way.
and look a different way or whatever, but you're not going to take on the energy of all the dead people, the all of that. But just, that's a beautiful place. If you're worried about what people think about you, go there. It's great,
Mm, mm.
great. But if you're worried about what people think about you, then it's not coming back to yourself again.
That's right.
We've got
And
that.
other people's opinions of you is actually none of your business anyway.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. There's so much more I want to share in this one. There's so much more, like there's just so much more, but we're out of time.
We're needing
people.
to start wrapping up.
And all in good time.
All in good time. We get there.
So grab that note-taking device, because I don't want to wrap this up, but I'm obligated by the time clock
Time
and
is
everything.
ticking.
But listeners, if you want longer podcasts, we can do one. I'm just going to say this without Moira even knowing. We could do one a month or something that's longer. Like if you want longer, please let us know. We're open to this. We want to do what's serving you. So Moira's like, of course, we didn't talk about this. Deborah just goes, if you want, but let us know. We're open to this. If you want the tips, whatever, just let us know. Give us some feedback, because we don't know what you want. We're just doing what we think's best. So but we think it's best you grab your note-taking device right now. Again, if you didn't grab it, because we are going to condense what strategies we have of when life feels loud. Oh, you can even see that when life feels loud. How do you come back to yourself?
Yeah.
I feel different even just from this here, from going through these tips, because at the start I was like, oh, yeah, this is a doozy. Now it's like, when life feels loud, bring it. Yep. But we are going to do my tips. So shush, Deborah, and let's go back to this. Do you want to fire the first one out?
Sure. The first one, and I'm going to jump it ahead of the one you actually started us off with, was, for me, it's hand on heart and heart breath. That's the very first thing, to come back to yourself. I do this all the time. Without even thinking. It's just,
I do it too.
Yeah, hand on your heart and deep breath. That's me come home, and then I can assess or figure out what's the next step.
It's funny, because my groups, I've got a couple of groups, and then they know when someone says something and I'm like, are you serious? Like, really? And they'll just see my hand just go up to my heart, and they'll just go, oh yeah, Deborah's okay with this one. She's gonna get this one. It's okay. Because sometimes I didn't even realize I do it. I don't even realize I do it
I'm not
so
aware
naturally.
of it either. Yeah.
No, but they're funny. They're like, oh yeah, okay, this one Deborah's going to give a decent answer to, because she's really like, okay, what they need to hear is this, yeah. But hand on heart is just a beautiful one you can do in public at any time. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't cost you time, whatever. It doesn't cost you money. It doesn't cost you embarrassment. It's just like, okay.
And it gets you into the present moment.
Yeah. Beautiful. And the breathing. The breathing's the one that I forget. Yeah. By the way, Moira actually showed me some breathing this morning. By the way, because I say breathing, I'm like, oh, I forget about that. She's like, do you do that? I was like, no, I wouldn't know. Oh, my body feels different. So hand on heart and breathing. Put them both together. And you got a bonus. Yeah.
Yep.
I did say we were going to do these tips shorter, but you know me. Play the long game. Play the long game, and just know that not everything has to be resolved, dissolved, fixed right there and then. Honor yourself and play the long game. Go, okay, I'm going to come back to this. So you're just not stopping everything right now to fix whatever it is.
That actually, if you think about it, that references that saying that all in good time. Because if you're playing you're playing the long game, everything's happening all in good time.
I'm just looking at all these tips, and the next one we've got down here, I'm looking at them all going, all in good time. All in good
exactly.
Time.
No,
all
you're
in
right.
Good time.
You're right. Because the next one I have written down was that to acknowledge that we're always in the right place at the right time, and it's about to trust. And if all I can see is one baby step in front of me, that's all it is. And all in good time, the next step will make itself known.
I'm literally going in the right place at the right time, all in good time. Yeah. And then the next one, that's classic. The next one is gather the evidence. Gather the evidence, whether you need to put it into a book or note, your notes on your phone, gather that evidence.
Post-it note or something. Yeah.
Yeah, so when you are discombobulated and you are wobbling, you can go, "Oh, no, I have done this before and I've survived," or "Yes, I did trust myself in this." Again, all in good time. That
Yep.
evidence will come out all in good
All in
time.
good time.
But that's just a good memory bank, because when we are discombobulated, we often can't see clearly.
Yeah, absolutely. Which then leads beautifully into the tip that I wrote down next, was to unpack the story. Because if the story is blocking you from seeing clearly, so unpack the story and be curious and tell yourself the truth, right? Because the story can sometimes be, oh my God, this is terrible. I can't deal with this. I can't. No. Tell yourself the truth. I've got this.
And then I also added the other one on that was celebrate.
Yeah.
Celebrate, you got something to work onto. All in good time. Curious, true. Celebrate, all in good time.
All in
All in
good
good
time.
time.
Yep.
Yeah. And celebrate, you got something to work on because you're not stagnant. Yeah.
Yep.
The next one I have is, what do you desire? What do you, would you come back to yourself? What do you desire right now? And each loop or pocket or whatever's going on can change. So what you desire now may not be what you desire in 4 hours' time.
Yep.
Or what you desired yesterday. And I'm not talking about, oh, I want $1 million in the bank. Like, I'm not talking about that stuff. I'm going, I want to feel worthy of being here. And if that's what it is, then that's what you desire. So what does that look like? Like, going back to that curiosity, tell your truth, celebrate. This is all your life to create. What do you desire? And one of the things Moira taught me was, if you don't know what you desire, what don't you want?
Yeah.
And like, I don't want to wake up feeling funky. Okay, great. So you want to wake up feeling refreshed?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, great. Like, so flip it. So yeah. Yeah.
Which from
All in
there,
good time.
all in good time. That add-on there leads nicely into what I was talking about contrast. Because sometimes when we have the contrast of what we don't prefer, that helps us see what we do. It's like we need to experience discombobulation to know what calmness feels like. So it's the contrast. And so not get too, this is something that I talk to people about having a light hold on your experience and your expectations. So if you're getting clear on that which you desire, have a light hold on it and be the interested observer, the participant, the creator of, because sometimes, and this makes me think of that saying that says, we make plans and God laughs. Right? So if we get really, really rigid, this is my intention, this is what I want to have happen, and it's got to look like this, and it's got to be that shape and that color, and yeah, maybe not.
Yeah, no.
Maybe it's time to just get bigger, say, I'd love to feel calmness, happiness, joy, love. That's it.
Yeah.
And then let the co-creative energy of the universe play through you, right?
Yeah, that's exactly it. All in good time. I've got down here meaning, and then I've got equals authenticity. And so I guess that was, when life feels loud, how do you come back to yourself? What does that mean? What does that represent for you?
Well, it's
I guess
when
that's what that one was.
we were talking about, how do you come back to yourself? That's what we talked about was,
Yeah. And being authentic to you, and that totally sums it up. That totally sums it up. Yeah.
And you said being authentically you, that means no shame, no guilt. And I actually added in there, no over explaining. It's really important.
I hate when people go to explain things to me. I'm like,
it's like, it's
dude,
okay.
I did it this way because of this. I know. I'm like, don't explain to me. I accept it.
Yeah.
Oh no, I need to tell you why I did it that. No, I don't want
No.
to hear why you did it that way. You did it that way because it was the best decision you made at that moment. I trust you.
And
I
so
trust
just
you. Like,
that's the thing. But to me, when I'm
I
being
don't want to hear you
authentic,
over
it's like,
explaining.
no, yep, this is how I roll. That's it. Done.
Yeah. I had a client actually yesterday send me a message, and I was just like, what the heck? I looked at it and went, oh, okay, rightio. And I went, okay, I can see why she's done that, blah, 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 blah. And then she said, I want to over explain everything. I want to say why I sent that message. And she says, and it's killing me not to, but I'm not going to. So you do with it what you want. And I just giggled because I literally got the message and I went, what the heck is she saying that? Like, that's a bit odd. I did think that. And then I went, oh, well, this is, yep, I can unpack this. But then the next message came and said, I just want to over explain. And it was, she didn't say, I want to explain. She said, I want to over explain. What I know. And I just said, no explanation needed. I'll process. Thank you. Like it was literally
Well, that's good
that whole thing.
self-awareness.
I know. So I'd hate to think what was inside of her head to go, oh my God, I just, this feels so inauthentic sending this message. But it was obviously the start of her speaking up and saying things. And I did go and I went, that's a different message that I usually get from her. So I giggled. And went, listen, but yeah. And then the next one said, I want to over explain. No one wants you to over explain. I don't want to hear you. I don't want to hear it.
No, just be you. You be you.
No,
that's it.
Just do it because yeah. Yeah. The next word I actually had down here is curiosity. Now I know we talked about curiosity, but I clearly brought it in again.
Well, we brought it in again because giving yourself permission to be yourself and being curious as to when you might sort of say, oh, I have to explain.
Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's even okay. So that's what that curiosity is. So people, we've said curiosity twice specifically. So you better be blooming doing it. You better be curious. Okay, this is Deb.
This is Deb telling you.
This is Deb Stiletto kicking, telling you better be serious, people.
The next one I have is when we talked about your inner circle, and that having your trusted inner circle. That's when we were talking about, my friend talks about the hold the bucket sessions.
Yeah,
right.
I love that. That makes so much sense. And you're like, hold the bucket. Yep. But
it's essential. And here's the other part. You and I've had this conversation on other episodes before, where we put people in and out of our circles. So we have our trusted circles, and it's okay if it changes as we change. Right? I mean, my closest inner circle is pretty solid as it is now.
Yeah, mine's small and solid.
Mine is very small and solid. But then sort of circles further out, they sort of shift and change as different chapters shift and change for me in life.
Yeah, and somebody can do something and you move them out of that inner circle.
Yeah,
like, that's okay.
Yep.
It's all, and you meet someone new in your world and you put them straight into your inner circle.
Yeah.
Like they haven't been with you 10 years, like your friend who's 3 layers out. Like you don't have to justify anything.
No, you trust. Yeah. This is going back to trust. Telling yourself the truth and trusting.
Yeah, that's that little trust.
Yep.
I love the hold the bucket combo. I'm so going to use that. So thank you for that. The next one I have is seen, heard, acknowledged. And when I talk about seen, heard, acknowledged, this is yourself. You want to see yourself, you want to hear yourself, and you want to acknowledge yourself. Because otherwise, like you have to take control of your own life, or back to you, whatever that is. But label it, whatever it is. And I label wobble. Oh, it's a wobble. Whether it's a 3 out of 10 wobble or an 11 out of 10 wobble, like it's a wobble.
Yep.
And I often don't have to go, I can feel it's 11 out of 10 because I fully flippin' know it's 11 out of 10 wobble. But when you say wobble, to me, I've seen, heard, acknowledged it, but and that already has gone down from an 11 out of 10 to a 10 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10.
It reduces
because it's not as brutal.
Overwhelming. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, oh, it's a wobble. Oh, well, if it's a wobble, then I can handle it.
I've been through
wobbles. Yeah. All in good time.
Yeah.
and I've gathered the evidence and I've got that and I trust myself and I try, but when you can see, hear, acknowledge it, again, truth, be truthful, because that's the only way you're going to get through, whether you like it or not. Yeah.
And so leading on from that about the telling yourself the truth, we talked about giving yourself credit, and that's where we also said all in good time, but also in this vein of telling yourself the truth is to ask yourself, when did you leave yourself? When did you, maybe if life is feeling loud and you abandoned yourself, or you got triggered, or you tripped, or you stumbled, or you got discombobulated, it's okay, but what was it that brought that about? And tell yourself the truth on that. Once you do that, then, and again, it's similar to what you're just saying. It makes
so much easier, though.
It just goes, it reduces the weightiness of it or the loudness of it even.
Well, the jigsaw pieces come together. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, well, that makes sense. Now I
Yeah.
understand
Now I
that.
see the map in front of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, now it is. And it may not make sense all in good time. But this is when we bought in PEMS, which surprises me that we got this far along without talking about our PEMS. But our PEMS is our physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. And when one of those pillars are down a few pegs, so everything else is a 10 out of 10. Well, actually, a 0 out of 10. I was going to say non-crazy. 0 out of 10 is balance. But then one of them is a 7 out of 10 crazy.
Yep.
All the other three have to step up, and they can't step up to the same level as bringing that fourth one up. So something has to slide off the table. Something has to slide off that.
That's
So your
a
physical,
definition of
emotional.
a wobble.
That's a wobble and watch everything slide and smash.
Smash off the table.
You could just visualize, because the other three legs can't. The other three legs can't hold themselves up. They're focusing on themselves. So doing your PEMS is a great one. Even I had somebody who used to, I actually suggested to her, I said, every time you drive out your drive, check in with your PEMS when you get in the car, put your handbag down, get your seatbelt on, start the car, then, because she said, oh, I start the car and go, and I'm like, what about doing your seatbelt? She's like, oh, doing that as I'm driving out the door. I'm like, okay, let's just slow you down. And so I got her to check in with her PEMS when she started the car.
Good.
Check in with your PEMS before you drive out the drive, and go, oh, okay. And then that brings that beautifulness, curiosity of that drive, or, oh, okay, well, that's cool. I feel good. Now I can focus and be present on the roads or whatever. But your PEMS is a beautiful, it's not even a minute.
No.
It's not even a minute.
It's a beautiful
it's
self-assessment tool.
It's a little bit longer than hand on heart.
Yeah.
But it's beautiful, and it's
Well,
worth
you can do
it.
PEMS check-in with your hand on your heart. That's what I do.
Not if you're driving, if you're going to have two hands on the wheel. But yes, definitely.
Well, I can do it. I do it just with one hand on the wheel. Especially if you're at a traffic light, you can do that.
Yeah, definitely. People do bang them left and right. There you go. That doesn't sound quite right. We'll just be quiet, Deborah. Anyway, your PEMS is what I'm saying. Do your PEMS, people, okay?
Do your PEMS.
Yeah.
That's all I had.
No.
Anymore. What
No, the last one. The
What's
pressure cooker.
Oh, right. To have your feelings. That's right.
Yeah.
We were talking about crying. I didn't write that one down.
Oh,
But yes,
well,
you're right.
I got that one.
That you could, because that's when we were talking about you can't turn and say, okay, it's 5:30 now, so I'm going to cry. And then, 20 minutes later, I have to stop.
No, I haven't got time for that. I've got to pick the kids up. I haven't got time for that. Yeah. So, and we talked about it being a pressure cooker.
Yeah. That when you deny your own emotional feelings, that it does.
It comes out at the most inconvenient place. But I'd love to know. I've got 2 clients who go to a cemetery. 2 lovely people who go to a cemetery. Yeah. I think it's a great idea. No one's going to disturb you. So if you, and you know what? Even though we go, right, 5:30, I'm going to cry. I guarantee when you pull in, I guarantee the moment you pull into that cemetery, it will start flooding because you've already honored yourself.
Or do what I do. This is what we were talking about. I go for walks in the wind because that's going to bring it too. Or go down to the ocean. That brings it in too.
Yes. So we have some yogi tea bags.
2 yogi.
Oh, look, she's got
teas.
2. So we'll do that before I leave you with a kahuna.
I'm looking forward to the kahuna of the question.
Yeah,
so I really like the 2 that came out for today. The first one is travel in grace, knowing you are protected by love. Isn't that beautiful? Travel in grace, knowing that you're protected by love. All in good time.
All in good time. Yeah, this all in good time is going to be my catchphrase for
That's
today.
your mantra for the day.
I love that.
And then this one, I like this one as a really nice foundational one. It's find strength in knowing that you can make a difference in the world.
Oh.
Isn't that beautiful?
Oh.
Find strength in knowing that you can make a difference in the world. And just by you showing up and being you, authentically you, all in good time, you make a difference in the world.
I think that that message is worthy of a message to that other person we've talked about. That message just fills my heart with love.
Yeah.
Fills my heart with love. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Wow. Well.
Let's have this
listeners.
kahuna of a
Kahuna.
question.
So I started thinking about this and what is coming back to yourself. And I went, this isn't another thing you actually have to do. Let's make it organic and flow. Don't rush it. Like, don't fix it straight away. Just, it comes with a flow, and we're playing that long game because it's there. It's always been there. It's just been covered with, covered with moss or something. You know, it's just the grass has grown over it. That who you are. So we just got to do a little bit of mowing the lawns. But I want you to go, when life actually gets loud, when it feels loud and it gets loud, what do you need to turn down so you can hear yourself again?
Oh, nice.
What do you need to turn down? I know.
That's
How about
perfect.
that? What do you need to turn down so you can hear yourself?
Yeah.
It's not saying fix anything. I'm just going to turn it down.
Yep.
Just going to turn it down a little bit. I know.
That's beautiful. I like that a lot.
Yeah. So listeners, you better bloom and tell us, what do you need to turn down? Because, you know, we're nosy. We're nosy. We're invested in this. So what are you turning down so you can hear yourself again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come home to yourself.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, listeners, for today. Thank you. Because when life feels loud, how do you come back to yourself? Let us know what your favorite one was, because there's some beautiful ones in here. And if anyone says all in good time, I will laugh, because that is going to be my today's. That's going to be my today's thing. All in good time.
My favorite 2026 mantra.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. It's great. Moira's probably told me that a gazillion times, that one, and I just haven't written it down.
I think I have.
I think I know she will have. So I'm like, why did you get till August to tell me this? It's like, I've told you every podcast, Deborah. Yeah, I'm ready to hear now. Yeah.
Obviously.
Thank you, listeners. Thanks for listening to us. Thanks for writing down our strategies. I trust that they're going to help you get through what's going on, and you're going to utilize them. Just for today, choose one. All in good time.
Absolutely. Love it. Thank you,
Thanks,
dear
Moira.
Deb. Thank you, dear Deb.
Yeah.
Thank you, Internet. Thank you, listeners.
Yeah. Yes, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for tuning into Deliciously Motivated Mindset with Deborah and Moira, where the mission is to help listeners unlock their full potential and thrive, not just survive. As the episode comes to a close, they trust you've gained some powerful insights. If you haven't already, take a moment to reflect on one key takeaway that you'll apply right away. Before we wrap things up, Deborah and Moira would love to hear from you. Reach out with thoughts, questions, or feedback, and drop your favorite tip from today's episode. They're inspired to see how you're putting your insights into action. Thanks for listening, and remember to keep thriving.